Howdy, and welcome back here to Court Farms. And it is now April, and as you can see, crops have grown, which is, well, a good sign that we are in springtime. And yes, that is actually quite a few months after our last episode, which was back in October. Now we're gonna do a little fly around the map, around the farm actually. Talk about some changes. First up is this right here. We got rid of our pallet storage shed and put this here in place, so I could use this really amazing mod. Those big bags are actually containers. They have one for seeds, one for fertilizer, and another one for lime, plus an IPC version as well. And I love it. It's amazing. Awesome mod. And of course, we got the pig food production moved over. And also, the sheep are gone. And we'll talk about more about that in a minute here. But we also did put a production in here for making clothes. Just because the one we had there wasn't keeping up, but this one also does tie into the slaughterhouse. Now let's head over here, because we also did make a couple of changes to the animal yard. Not a whole lot. Pretty much all that was done actually was this shed here. I did buy a trailer truck for hauling our animals around to the butcher shop. Also got a tractor and trailer here for hauling feed around for the chickens and also the pigs. But that's pretty much all that changed here. Over the last couple months, pretty much all I've done is just fed the animals. That's pretty much it. We have our pig food production here, which we did build in the last episode. So we're wrapping up there, but I did have to put this in here. It is a buy point for, animal food, and that's because our pigs and our chickens, they threw all the food. I mean, they just eat a lot, and I just didn't have, I didn't want to have to go to the store to buy it. So that's one of the things we've been spending money on. The other thing we've been doing over the last couple of months is just moving pigs and chickens over here periodically to prevent overcrowding and processing those. And we do have a lot of products we need to sell. And then the last thing we did on the farm was this. This is where the sheep got moved to. We bought this land, put in this big sheep pasture. I put in a couple of sheds, covered areas for the sheep to kind of hide in during bad weather, and do a couple of bales in there as well. And added some trees, and we even put a little pond in over here, as you can see. And yeah, the sheep seem to be pretty much enjoying this area. Give them a nice, comfortable area with lots of places for them to run around, lots of fields and grass pastures for them to enjoy. And they have been enjoying it. Even go for a little swim. But it's not too deep, so it's all good. But that's pretty much an update on the farm, so let's head back to the farmyard and get started, because we have a lot of stuff to get done. And we are back here at the farm, so let's talk about what we're going to be doing for this episode. We actually do have a lot to get done, and I do mean a lot. So the grass fields are ready to be mowed, so we need to get those mowed, and I do want to get those all picked up with our forage wagon, and because we need to be making, I need to go this way. We need to be making, hay and silage to make sure our cows are fed. We also need to plant the corn. This is the month for corn planting. On top of that, we also need to move some chickens over to the butcher shop to prevent any overcrowding to keep our chickens healthy. And we also need to feed the pigs. So yeah, we have a lot to get done in this episode. So let's get started here with this grass field and get it mowed, and then move on to the rest of our projects. With the large grass field all taken care of, we're going to turn this one over to a worker so that we can head over to the McCormick, hop in that, pick up our planter, and head out and get the cornfield all planted. We got all of the corn planted in that field, and I am so thankful I rounded off some of those corners, because that field is, I'm not gonna lie, a very challenging field to plant, harvest, well, just work in. And with those rounded corners, it helped out a lot. Now, next step we're gonna do is we need to pick up all this grass. So we're gonna get the forage wagon here connected up. But before we get started on the grass, we need to get the mower parked. But before we do that, I noticed it missed a couple of spots, which was kind of surprising. Not surprising that it missed, but I don't know if you noticed it, but I did modify or edit this mod a little bit. For the front mower, you can kind of see it here. I may have widened it a little bit. Yeah, okay. It's still within the width of the back mowers. I was just trying to help the worker out, because where it tends to miss is the cornering. But this is not the cornering, so I'm not quite sure why it missed these bits. That is a little bit odd. Yeah, because I do have the course play set to lift late and drop early, so it shouldn't be missing anything. But it is a worker. But even then, it's still vastly improved. Now let's go ahead and get this washed. There we go. And we're gonna get this put away, and then we're gonna hop back into the McCormick and get all of the grass picked up. And then we also need to feed the pigs too, and deliver some more chickens over to the slaughterhouse. So given all that we have to get done, what I'm gonna do is I am gonna have a worker tackle this field first, and while they're doing that, we will head over and take care of the animals. And then by the time we're done with the animals, the worker should be all done with this field. So let's just get the course play loaded up here real quick. There we go. and I'm gonna turn this over to a worker, and we will get this started. Right about here should be good. Just turn it on, back up a little bit there, make sure we get that first waypoint, and bingo, there we go. All right, so let's go hop in the truck, head over to the animal farmyard, and then we're gonna take care of the well, the pigs and the chickens. All right, so the worker is all done with the small grass field up there. And while they were doing that, we took care of the chickens, got them delivered to the butcher, and then also got the pigs fed. So we're gonna head up to the main farmyard here, grab the McCormick, and come right back down to this yard here and get all this grass picked up and delivered over to the dryer so we can make lots of hay to keep our sheep fed and also for the TMR mix for the cows. But I'll continue working on that. And if you want to keep watching more farming sim content, I just would suggest our SATA series where we had just finished our last episode where we possibly, I'm just totally ignoring me running over the lights here, where we did possibly make a very bad decision and bought something we shouldn't have bought. And also we will have some updates on that series as well. So be sure and follow this link over here on the right side to go check it out and leave a comment and let me know what you think about what we bought. And I hope to see you there.